People will die. I'm a man of my word.
I've always been interested in shooting a film on IMAX. I always felt that if you could shoot a fiction film in that format, you'd get an incredibly immersive experience.
It is really an extraordinary experience to see a large action sequence on the IMAX screen, and really just knocks you out of your seat.
No one's ever done this before, and so in coming to shoot a sequel, the challenge is to make things bigger and better. I felt that shooting certain sections of this film using IMAX technology would give us the biggest possible canvas on which to keep telling the story.
From a technical standpoint, IMAX is the absolute highest resolution you can achieve. It has a lighting latitude that ranges from the brightest of brights to the darkest of darks. The size of the negative allows me to capture an image that's of unsurpassed quality.
Most traditional formats are wider than they are tall. This is actually taller than it is wide. The first thing everyone talks about is how heavy the camera is, probably 4 to 5 times heavier than the cameras that we're accustomed to working with.
We can't put it on my shoulder. We can't shoot handheld with it. Every rig had to be either reinvented or beefed up a little bit to accommodate that.
We were really able to just tear around all our locations in Chicago on real streets.
I was able to put on the screen the images exactly the way I would have filmed them in 35, but what you end up with in the end is an extraordinary experience in the cinema.
I think the experience is really going to be something special. You're on an incredible roller coaster. It really takes you back to being a little kid watching a film that's just larger than life.
The Cape Crusader is back with an all-star cast. The Batman franchise has an almost cult-like following, with the films grossing a total of more than $1.5 billion. Now fans are anticipating a new installment called The Dark Knight, set to swing into theaters next year. I got an exclusive sneak peek on the set in Chicago with the masked man himself, Christian Bale.
Here we go, and action.
I gotta find this man, Lucius. That's why I gave it to you. You're the only one who can use it.
Can you set up the plot for us? When we last saw Batman, we had gotten rid of the villains. There was a homicidal guy with the Joker out there. Where do we pick up here?
With this one, it is somebody who has matured somewhat, who has come to realize that his task of cleaning up a city is perhaps not a finite one. So you get a man who's at a crossroads about which direction he should take when he's faced with the anarchy that the Joker represents, and how do you deal with somebody who has no rules whatsoever. Come on.
The interesting thing about this character is in that you have to play, in a sense, two people.
Right. I think it's three, really. I see three more. There is a certain multiple personality. There's a kind of a Jekyll and Hyde nature to Bruce Wayne Batman. And I think that, you know, there's the kind of beast of Batman himself, which is the incarnation of all of his rage, which he has maintained because something tragic happened to him at an early age.
Why do we like this character? I mean, because as a superhero,
Right.
he has no special powers. I mean, he's got cash, but and his dedication. Do you think that's what attracts people, that they could be Batman?
I don't know what attracts people. I know what, for me, I see him as being the kind of baddest of the superheroes.
Do I look like a clown? You can trust in Harvey Dent. Thank you very much.
You get to play Harvey Dent. Now, for folks who aren't really steeped in Batman lore, tell them who Harvey Dent is.
Harvey Dent is the district attorney of Gotham City, who is a very good guy. He's a crime fighter. He has a big heart. He is a tough guy. What happens to Harvey is he gets in trouble. He's disfigured, and half of his face is burnt by acid, and he's not such a nice guy anymore.
You've got an amazing cast here. You've got Christian Bale, you've got Morgan Freeman, Heath Ledger, Aaron Eckhart. I mean, all these are A-game actors.
But working with such talented actors, I mean, it really makes my job a lot easier, because I get there on set and I can trust them to inhabit that character, to find the way that character will play through a scene. So it really leaves me a lot of time to worry about all of the other aspects of this type of movie making.
In the previous Batman movies, the suit became a big deal, and I know for this one you've had some input into it.
I like very much, just for my own personal comfort, the changes that they've made for this suit, but in it enhancing my personal comfort as well. It definitely means that we're allowing ourselves to be able to do more. It's much more agile, faster, lighter. There certainly is a lot of sweating,
I bet,
going on.
The Joker. Well, the Joker, for sure. I was kind of relieved of the duty of physically portraying Bob Dylan. You know, I didn't really have to. So yeah. So I'd say I guess the Joker. Although the Joker was actually, that was the most fun I've ever had, probably ever will have, playing a character. It was, and I'm not sure whether it was hard stamina-wise, because it was just high levels of energy were required every day. But it was incredibly enjoyable. Yeah. It was one of those moments where I was asked if I would be interested in playing the Joker, and I knew 5 seconds later exactly how to play it. And I sat down with Chris and shared my thoughts with him, and they were identical to his, and we just kind of went from there. Yeah.